My name is Linda Waller. I am the head of internationalization at Avant, and I'm here to present what we have to offer for you. We are in the Netherlands, and let me just show you a little bit about our university. We are a modern university, as you can see from the campus. We kind of look a little bit like a ship. That's our library. And you can see that we have a lot of green and open spaces around. We are located in Breda. We are actually in the south of the Netherlands. It's a really lovely area to be a student, and it's a very soft entry point for, particularly for American students, but for international students, because we're a very safe and dynamic city. However, we're very close to lots of things. We're 4 hours from Paris. We're only about 4 hours. There's now a direct train to London, and we're 6 hours to Berlin. So we're very central and very, very well located. Where we are in Breda is in the south of the Netherlands, and it's only about a 20 to 25-minute cycle ride to Belgium. So that just gives you an idea, and it's an hour train ride to Amsterdam. We have close to 30,000 students and about 2,500 employees, about 1,000 foreign students, and we have 19 faculties and 6 research centers. We have been nominated, and we are the best university of applied sciences in the Netherlands for 6 years in a row. So that's us celebrating down there. We have 3 campuses, but the campus that you would come to is in Breda. We're also located in Tilburg, and we're also located in Den Bosch. I have a video for you that you can watch on your own whenever you like. It is of Breda, so it gives you a feel for the city. It's an old city, it has a lot of history, and it's a very beautiful city. So, it just gives you an idea of what is here. Our students, so who are they? They look a little like that, probably not all that different from you guys. They're very adventurous. Our students really love to travel. They're very independent. They tend to be proactive and open-minded, and they like working in teams. A lot of the work that we do is working in teams, and I'll tell you about our minors in a second, but our students really tend to be very interested in different cultures. They're very outward-looking. They like to explore new cultures, and I'm always very surprised at how adventurous they are in terms of where they travel to. So as part of our program, so not so much the exchange, but as part of our program, our students do 2 internships abroad, and they do a university exchange. So our students came to Millikan. They had a fabulous time, really enjoyed it, but they traveled all over the place. So they went to Chicago, they went down to Florida as well. They ended up in St. Louis. So, again, our students like to do that. But in terms of the internships, often you'll find a student who might have done an internship in China, then a university exchange in Mexico, and then they've done their final internship in, Australia. So they really don't necessarily stick to one place. And that's why we say they like to work and study abroad. So be prepared to meet people who, although they are Dutch, and we have international students on our program as well, they'll be very, very interested in you. So what we offer are minors, and what they are is it's all of your courses in one. So we don't actually you don't sort of pick and mix the way you do in the States. So it's not like you can pick all these electives. Basically, you pick a minor that you're interested in, you do a project in that minor, usually with a real business, and then all the courses actually come into, they all relate to the project that you're working on. So it's really very alive, and that's why we're a University of Applied Science. So the kinds of courses you could take, and what I'm going to talk to you about, are the ones that we offer: international business operations, strategic business decisions, international public affairs and stakeholder management, international entrepreneurship. So some of our students really want to have their own business. Some of them actually do run their own businesses. Maybe you guys run your own businesses. I'm not sure. Strategic business decisions and international finance. So the way they work, they're 20 weeks. You start in the fall, so it starts a little bit earlier than you, usually end of August to the end of January, but we try to end before the Christmas break. And then in spring, which is the end of January to the end of June. You get 30 credits per semester, which is the equivalent of your full semester. And it's about 40 hours of study per week. And the projects are based on practical programs. And I think you don't really need your IELTS requirement because you all speak English. International Public Affairs and Stakeholder Management. So this is one of our minors. You try to understand stakeholder management policy, and you analyze the potential risks and the impacts of a proposed business strategy on different stakeholders. The way it works is we actually look at different geographic areas every week. So the United States of America, then it will be Asia, then it will be a different area. So you look at it through different areas, and you also have a field trip during that time. The second part of that is a whole new didactical approach. So we actually have students work in small multidisciplinary groups, and we have a company that comes in and they give students a problem, and you have 2 weeks to try to resolve that problem and present it back to the company. It could be a company like Coca-Cola they come in with packaging. They want their plastic bottles to really communicate green, and it's up to you guys to come up with a strategy on how to do that. You do that 3 times for 3 different companies. It's really popular. Our students really love this minor. We call it IPASM, a little bit easier than International Public Affairs and Stakeholder Management. And again, it's sort of, you need to be about year 3 level. Strategic business decisions is what we offer in our last year. And this is really learning about a whole organization and the strategic decisions that they make to influence the business overall. This one is a challenging minor that enables you to work as a team and really understanding a business overall. And again, this one is offered in the spring. The other one is offered in the spring as well. And then we have international finance. This is the advice and planning of control cycle, internal, external financial reports. If you're really interested in finance, this is the way to go. And we are offering this as well in the spring. International business operations is in the autumn or in the fall, and you understand the processes and decisions involved in developing international operations. And then our last one is international entrepreneurship. And in this one, you set up your own business and you run that business. So you have to actually do a kind of Dragon's Den presentation where you present your idea and how you're going to go about executing that idea. It's a really fun kind of minor, particularly if you're really thinking of starting a business. A lot of the students that come into this are students who would eventually like to be entrepreneurs. And again, they pitch their student company, and some of them actually take it into being a real company. The contact information, if you're interested in any of our minors, is Linda Waller, me, lt.waller@avance.nl. And, come with questions. We have a buddy system. We do try to get our students involved with all the international students. And as I said, if you go back and have a look at the video, and you can actually obviously Google Breda, it's a beautiful city to live in. It offers everything you need from a city. So we have an Olympic-sized swimming pools, we have an Olympic-sized skating rink and running track, etc. So all kinds of sports, you've got art classes, you've got all kinds of activities, but it's still a very small and cozy kind of city, and they have a lot of activities within the city, so you definitely will not be bored. In terms of housing, we do not provide housing, but we do have we do provide housing, but not on campus. So it's not like it is at Millikan. You have housing around campus, but you would live in an apartment with a couple of other students, or you would live in a house with a couple of other students, or some people live in kind of dorms, but they're not really run by us. So we obviously we can help you with housing and we can find housing for you, but be prepared that it's really not on campus, it's off campus housing. We do have a cafeteria, so we offer meals in the cafeteria, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But most of our students tend to, they'll have lunch there. It tends to be sandwiches, really. But then dinner, you go home and you cook with your roommates, or you eat out and that sort of thing. Not unlike probably what you do. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. We would love to see some of you there. As I said, our students, it was our first time this past semester or the semester before last year. Unfortunately, it was cut short because of COVID-19, but what our students experienced was very, very positive, and it would be wonderful to see some of you here at Avans. So come on over. You can email me with any questions, or we can organize for a chat. Okay? Good to see you. Bye-bye.